Bible actually tells us that there's a war coming that's going to kill 2 billion human beings.
Define marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. But I do believe in civil unions.
Hamas has said clearly and publicly that they are not going to continue the truce, and the same day they attacked Israel.
When the confirmation of the covenant occurs, it marks the beginning of the final 7 years to Armageddon.
Today is Friday Open Lines. Give us a call right now, 1-877-ENDTIME.
Look, there are two things I don't discuss: politics and religion.
In my house, we don't talk about politics and we don't talk about religion.
I'll talk to you about anything except politics and religion.
I never talk about politics and religion.
Politics determines how we'll live here on earth. Religion determines how we'll live forever. I'm Irvin Baxter. I think it's time we talk about it. Well, what a full week. It is Open Line, and if you'd like to be on the program with us today, the number to call is 877-END-TIME. I've just got a feeling this is going to be a great program today. If you'd like to join us, just start dialing right now, 877-END-TIME. I don't know how many of you got to see the special interview with Paul Crouch, Tim LaHaye, Rick Joyner, and also Matt Crouch on TBN. On, what was that? What night was that? I believe that was on Wednesday or Tuesday evening, actually. And then again on Daystar on Thursday. So we've had a lot of activity this week. Things are going tremendous here at Endtime Ministries. We have people contacting us from all over the world. We have people calling in saying, what do I need to do to be saved? And, of course, that's what we're here for. We love to be able to help people to really find the Lord, because that'll change your life forever. If you happen to need some help knowing how to be saved, where to find a good Bible-based church, give us a call. Ask to speak to one of our ministry team. The number to call, 1-800-END-TIME for that. Don't forget, while you're at it, if any of you would like to go to Israel with us, I understand we're getting a lot of phone calls. We will be leaving on August the 25th, and we'll be gone 11 days until September the 4th. It's going to be a great tour, Israel only, and I'm really excited about 6 nights in Jerusalem. So if you want to be in on that, give us a call. Well, we're going to get to the phones right now because I see the phones are ringing. Before we go there, though, I want to make sure this is my last chance to speak to the people in Spokane. We will be out there tomorrow evening. That's April the 2nd at the Red Lion Hotel at the Park, 303 West North River Drive in Spokane, and the time will be 6 p.m. We're going to be talking about some really important things out there. I know you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to be speaking on, will Islam rule the world, and will the Antichrist be a Muslim? So it's going to be a very interesting time, and I look forward to seeing all of you out there in Spokane tomorrow evening. Right now, though, let's get to the phones. And first up, a voice we haven't heard from for a long time, but Jill calling from Illinois. Hello, Jill. Welcome to Politics and Religion. Jill, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, Jill.
Oh, there you are. Okay. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jill. It was so nice to see you the other evening.
Oh, you knew that was me.
Sure.
When I gave you the envelope.
Yes, you did.
All righty. Thank you. Well, I have a comment. I don't have a question.
Okay.
I had my friend from Albania come with me. She actually drove me. And I was afraid she wouldn't understand. Well, you are so good, so clear, so understandable. Not only did she understand what she said, she enjoyed it, and later she kept saying, He joking. She thought you were funny. So, keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much, Jill. For all of you that are listening, Jill was out to our conference in Maryville, Indiana. What a fabulous conference we had there Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And Jill used to call us all the time, but she hasn't been able to lately. But she was there at the conference. And so, hey, Jill, so nice to hear from you today.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see you. And now then, let's go to Alabama. Hello, Paul. Welcome to Politics and Religion.
Hi, Brother Baxter. This is Paul. How are you?
I'm doing good, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have a question, actually a couple of questions, and I'll try to be brief, and then I'll get off and let you answer. Along the timeline of what seals have been opened, and, where are we, and do you believe in that timeline as far as the end times? And number two, not from a spiritual sense, I know that, of course, everybody should be saved and be living their lives, like the Lord would have us do. But from a practical sense, what should people do to prepare for these hard times that are coming, in your opinion? And I'll get off and listen to your answer, and we're praying for you, brother. Okay.
I really appreciate that, Paul. Good question. Where are we on the timeline of events? As an overview, there are three separate groups of seven in the book of Revelation. There are 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 vials. These are not the same things. However, they do overlap. The seals are the long story ending at Armageddon. The trumpets are the shorter story ending at Armageddon. And the vials are the real short story ending at Armageddon. Now, once you understand things that way, it's easier to find out where we are right now. As far as the seals, we are in the green horse era right now. Verses 7 and 8 talks about a spirit that will be in the land, symbolized by a green horse. Now, I know the King James says pale, but the original Greek word there was chloros, and every other time the King James translated it green. They didn't translate it green in this case because they couldn't imagine a green horse. They didn't understand that this horse was not a literal horse, but it was a symbol of a spirit that be throughout the land. So we're in the era of the green horse right now. The next thing in line as far as the seals go is the Great Tribulation. We're not quite there yet. Now, as far as the trumpets, I believe that we're through the 5th trumpet. We're ready for the 6th trumpet, which is a war that will kill 1/3 of mankind. This war will start from the Euphrates River and will ultimately engulf the world, killing 2.3 billion people. And then as far as the vials go, we're not even there yet. The vials aren't poured out until after the mark of the beast is administered. So that's a quick overview, but I'm not sure I really answered your question as good as I should. So let's go from another direction. We know that there is a 7-year time period that will culminate at Armageddon, and it will begin by the signing of a Middle East peace treaty with Israelis, Palestinians, and the international community. Now, before that treaty is signed, I believe that this war that kills 1/3 of mankind must happen. Now, the Bible doesn't explicitly say that. I know it must happen before the final 3.5 years, but I believe it'll happen before the final 7 years, because it looks like to me the war gives the impetus for the signing of the Middle East peace agreement, and it's really hard to envision the peace agreement being signed first, and then during the first 3.5 years having this massive war right while they're building Israel's third temple. So it appears to me the war comes first, and I believe that war could break out at any moment. It may already be started. There's all kinds of conflict in the Middle East. We know that even today, massive demonstrations in Syria. We know that the government of Libya is on the ropes, and everywhere you go in the Middle East, it's just revolution and conflict. So consequently, the final 7 years, after this war happens, the final 7 years will begin with this peace agreement, which President Obama has been desperately trying to do for the last 2 years without success. Once the peace agreement is signed, during the first 3.5 years, the Jewish people will build their temple and they will resume animal sacrifices when they get the temple done. Then, halfway through this final 7 years, the Antichrist will stop the sacrifices, probably because there's been so much complaining worldwide by the animal rights activists and by others who do not agree with offering animal sacrifices morning and night. And so halfway through this final 7-year period, the Antichrist will stop the offering of the sacrifices and stand on the Temple Mount claiming to be God. Now, whether he says I'm God or I'm the Messiah or I'm the ultimate authority here, I do not know. Nevertheless, the Bible simply says in 2 Thessalonians chapter number 2, verse number 3 and 4, that he will stand on the Temple Mount claiming to be God. That triggers the final 3.5 years called the Great Tribulation. During the Great Tribulation, there will be, every person on earth will be required to have a mark or a number without which you will be unable to buy or sell. So that's a little bit of an overview. Finally, at the end of the 3.5 years, at the end of the Great Tribulation period, the international community will pass a resolution against Israel and come down against Israel, much like they're doing against Libya right now. They're going to come down against Israel. Israel's going to fight the world community, and Israel's going to be losing the battle. However, just before Israel goes down to defeat, Jesus Christ will personally appear, intervene on the part of the Jewish people, destroy the Antichrist and the false prophet, and then we will crown Jesus Christ King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So we've got this 7-year period. We're somewhere before the 7 years. We may be 6 months before it. We may be a year. We may be 2, 3, or 4. I don't know for sure. It looks like to me we're somewhere in that vicinity, but I can't tell you. Maybe it could be 6 or 8 or 10. I don't know for sure. But all the stages set for that war right now, so I would think we're closer to 2 than to 10. But again, that's my judgment, and there's no absolute Bible for that. So anyway, that's what we're looking at as far as the timeline goes. And I took a little while to answer that question, but it was an important question. Okay. Do we have time? I'll tell you what. I'm afraid we don't have time for another caller, so if you're on hold, stay right there. We'll get to you in the next segment. Let me remind everyone once again that tomorrow evening I will be in Spokane, Washington at the Red Lion Hotel at the Park, 303 West North River Drive in Spokane, Washington. And let me tell you real quickly about our tour to Israel. If you've never been, do it now. It will change your life. You'll read the Bible different. It is a marvelous experience. Is it safe? Yes, it's as safe as the United States of America. Now, I know you're hearing all kinds of rumors. You hear all kinds of things. They can have one incident in Israel, and it's worldwide news. You can have a triple murder in Detroit, and nobody even knows about it. So they magnify everything, but it is perfectly safe. I go every single year, and you will be with me. We'll be together for 11 days. It's going to be a marvelous time. So if you've been wanting to go to the Holy Land before Jesus comes, then I would suggest you pick up the phone right now and give us a call. The number to call is 1-800-END-TIME. That's 1-800-363-8463, and just ask to speak to someone about the tour. They're standing by right now. They'll give you all of the details about it, send you a brochure so that you can begin to make your plans. Well, I certainly hope that you will be able to travel with us this year. 6 days in Jerusalem. It's going to be so great. We're going to be able to take our time. There's so much to see there. You'll stand in the tomb where Jesus was buried. So if you can't go with us, give us a call, 1-800-END-TIME. They'll send you the information. We'll be right back.
Endtime Ministries presents End of the Age, a 30-minute commercial-free TV show hosted by Irvin Baxter. Every Monday, End of the Age airs on the Church Channel at 9 p.m., Daystar at 10 p.m., and on TBN every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., all Central Standard Time. On End of the Age, Irvin depicts how modern issues like an establishment of a one-world government, the religion of Islam, a coming World War III, and more line up so clearly with Bible prophecies written over 2,000 years ago. To get tomorrow's news today, Be sure to tune into End of the Age every Monday on the Church Channel at 9 p.m., Daystar at 10 p.m., and on TBN every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., all Central Standard Time. Visit endtime.com for more details or call us at 1-800-ENDTIME. That's 1-800-363-8463.